Welcome into today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Hicks. I am the lead beat writer of Arizona State Sun Devils on Sports Illustrated, and I will be your host today as I have been every day in the past and every day moving forward. So let's just start off today by pointing out my ex, as you can see on the screen, at khicks_21. Once ASU football practices resume, I will be there almost every day, probably every day, getting video content of practices, press conferences, and everything in between, writing about what I'm finding out each day, and hopefully giving you the best insider content possible. So let's get started today on today's episode. I first wanted to start off by unfortunately giving you bad news that the ASU golf team got eliminated in quarterfinal play at the NCAA Golf Championships. They lost in a hard fought battle with the 8 seed Ole Miss, and they continue the curse of the 1 seed in match play that has not advanced in 7 years, I believe, since 2018. So that is an unfortunate occurrence for the Sun Devil athletic program. Despite that, Connor Williams, a sophomore, could be the next in line of ASU golf greats along with Phil Mickelson and John Rahm. So it should be exciting to see what that program can continue to do in the future moving forward. So for the main section of today, I just want to talk about the NFL draft. Obviously, it's been a month since Cam Skattebo got picked number 104 overall by the New York Giants in the draft. Fourth round pick, finished fifth in Heisman Trophy voting, and he is sure to make a Lightning and Thunder duo with Tyrone Tracy Jr. In the Meadowlands. Let's look forward to the 2026 draft, though. ASU could have two first round picks on the roster right this moment, maybe even more. There's potential that a guy like Xavier Alford can rise to the occasion, can consistently tap into his talent, and Brian Ward, Brian Carrington, the entire coaching staff can get the most out of him and could be somebody that rises unexpectedly. But as of right now, it looks like Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson are the two prospects to watch on Arizona State's roster. And many are putting them both in the first round category. Tyson is typically slated anywhere from the fifth pick to the 15th pick in mock drafts or in big board rankings. And Levitt's typically anywhere from 15 to 25 for the moment, but that certainly could change. This quarterback class is going to be awesome. Don't get me wrong. You have Lenora Sellers, you have potentially Arch Manning, you have Garrett Nussmeier of LSU, you have Carson Beck of Miami. There's ample quarterback talent in this upcoming draft, but Sam Levitt could have the most potential of all of them. And our very own Daniel Flick said just that on one of his big board articles on SI. He ranked Sam Levitt number 22 overall and Jordan Tyson number 10. But I just wanted to take a look at what he said about Sam Levitt as a prospect. And I trust Dan. I've known him for years. He's very, very precise and down to the minutia when it comes to evaluating prospects. So I believe this is a very accurate assessment. So he said Levitt makes the game harder than it needs to be, but he also makes it more enjoyable. The rising redshirt sophomore has a strong arm and can drive bullets downfield. Tight windows are accessible to him, and he hits big plays routinely as a result. Levitt is also a fluid, explosive athlete who's potent at scrambling and extending plays, and he's fast and elusive enough to be a factor in the option game. There's an element of nonchalance to his play style. He's a naturally gifted passer, and his accuracy and ball placement is usually quite solid. Levitt sticks to on his first read too long at times and needs to prove he can work through an entire progression on a consistent basis. He's creative and a playmaker, but embracing the mundane and winning more often from the pocket. 2025 will also help his stock, but there's little denying the 6'2", 200-pound Levitt has the athleticism, arm talent, accuracy, and moxie to be an early pick whenever he enters the draft. So I think that's a very fair assessment. You watch Levitt play, and he doesn't make many mistakes. But at the same time, you can tell that he doesn't make it past his first read all that often. He sometimes relies too much on being a playmaker and being a great athlete instead of sticking in the pocket and delivering any type of angle throw. And from the PFF article I wrote about earlier that will get out in concurrence with this podcast episode today, talked about how he needs to start learning how to make throws other than fastballs. He needs to figure out how to throw a consistent, accurate curveball, a slider, which, if you don't know baseball terminology, it's just making different types of throws. Levitt does have a live arm. I feel like that's something that's very, very underappreciated in his game. He can sling the ball. He can absolutely throw insane passes downfield. It's it's hard to believe. He has the livest arm I've seen at Arizona State since Jaden Daniels, honestly. And Daniels obviously did not enjoy the success that Levitt has at ASU, so it's something entirely new for the fan base to watch and witness. Um, let's talk about his athleticism. This guy reminds me so much of Taylor Kelly as an athlete. He's not the fastest guy in the room. He might not even be the most agile guy in the room, but man, he's elusive, he's decisive, and he's a lot quicker on his feet than defenses anticipate. He can create plays out of nothing, and that's what you look for most in an NFL quarterback today is the ability to make something out of nothing, to create plays when it looks like the play is dead, to just be a natural elevator of an offense. And Levitt is just that. And I think that we are going to see that in 2025. After last season, the critics will say that Cam Skattebo carried the offense, and Skattebo did play a massive role. But ultimately, Tyson and Levitt are phenomenal talents in their own right. These guys deserve all the recognition that they're getting right now. And Tyson being the number 10 prospect is absolutely insane. This guy was on a one-win Colorado team the year before Deion Sanders went to Boulder, and he ended up transferring to Arizona State in that offseason window when Kenny Dillingham came in. And that year sitting out in 2023 couldn't have prepared him better for 2024. In a wide receiver room in Tempe that was inconsistent to say the least, even with Elijah Badger in the fold, Tyson has become a true number one. He's a phenomenal athlete. He has an amazing release off the line of scrimmage. He's a very, very solid ball tracker. He just has a lot of the fundamentals of the game down, and his frame and athleticism complement that very, very well. He should be an example to all prospective Arizona State recruits that Hines Ward is that guy when it comes to developing NFL level wide receiving talent. And let's hope that Tyson continues the path that he was on late in last season, which could eventually springboard him to being the top receiver in the 2026 class, since Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith of Alabama and Ohio State, respectively, will not be draft eligible. So it's very, very possible that Tyson could be the first receiver taken. And that's just so exciting to think about. That is incredible. And like I said, potential recruits such as Devin Fitzgerald, Brophy Prep Sr., son of Arizona Cardinals legend Larry Fitzgerald, hometown hero, could consider joining Arizona State due to factors such as that. So, in conclusion, Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson, two players to be absolutely thrilled about moving into the season. The season opener is August 30th. We are just over 3 months away from that against Northern Arizona, and what will be a tune-up game before you travel to Mississippi State to face a Power 4 foe, albeit a Power 4 foe that's not viewed as a team that has much potential this year. Still will be a challenging game. So excited to continue giving you the best Arizona State content every single day. Thank you so much for tuning in today if you got the chance. Once again, follow me on X at khicks_21, and see you tomorrow.